Welcome to the Cheatshiftpodcast. You know what I'm saying? Will Clinton put me in a position, you know what I'm saying, of power today. You heard? You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like POTUS, you know. I got my man Jertaker in the crib.
What's good, chill? How we doing, y'all? You already know.
Cheatshift Podcast, the biggest thing since Nino Brown, man. We sitting here sipping on some Jameson and some of this energy drink, Excess, that my man Jertaker, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, where can the people find this, bro?
Honestly, I'm real personal with my customers and everything like that. I make sure they get the customer experience. I make sure that they get the absolute best from customer service, and also, too, that I can make sure that I can fill the needs properly. So when I say if you truly want to try out Access or whatnot, you want to get your hands on some of the best energy drinks on the market, you can come to me specifically. Reach out to me on any of the platforms that you find me on. I'm the one and only Jertaker, so spelled Jertaker. I'm super easy to find. If you can't find me, I would say you probably don't know how to spell.
No, come on. We're not going to go that far. But, ladies, he's a smooth talker, isn't he? You know what I'm saying? Make you want to go buy some now. You know what I'm saying? Make you want to go dig in that panty drawer that you got them coins from. You know what I'm saying? And get you some of this. You know what I'm saying? But, nah, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, my name is Dawson, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was sitting here, we were sitting here talking earlier about, the internet and marketing, man. You know what I'm saying? And I think my man Jertaker, you know what I'm saying, he had the keys to success with it, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to spill out some of the things that we were talking, about earlier, or I can go ahead. My bad. I don't want to talk too much.
I mean, when it comes to, almost anybody, when it comes to, whatever you're doing, whether you're a business owner, whether you're a content creator, whether you're a musician, whether you're an entrepreneur, you are a brand. And being that you are a brand, the only way to elevate a brand is typically to market or to network your way into whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, whether it be to increase your finances, whether it be to increase your influence, whether it be to increase your credibility, whatever the case may be. You need to network or market your way into it. So even if you are, somebody who's just looking to work for somebody else's company as somebody who's just an employee, or employer, right? You're looking to find the right employer. You typically want to market yourself properly in order to get said position, right? So you're still a brand, and really to elevate yourself, there's no way you can't promote your way to something. You have to market yourself.
Yeah, and see what I'm saying? Like, you see how that answer just came out fluently? Yo, bro, I would swear you were reading from a script, but I promise you, ladies and gentlemen, he ain't reading from no goddamn script. You know what I'm saying?
I can even take the glasses.
Oh, we're going to take the glasses off.
There's a little print in there. In fact, I ran out of spots in there,
Yo, when I tell you, man, this is my Caucasian brother from another mother. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, listen, man, you are invited to the picnic. You know what I'm saying? I like the way he talks. He's so comfortable. Yo, in the barbecue, not picnic. Picnic. Nah.
Okay.
But actually, we were having a conversation about business and about YouTube and about the things that because it's a lot of people that watch that are content creators, right? Sure. He does it on a next level. On next level, and actually, I wanted you to tell the people, the same thing that we, that we talked about before we went on air.
I do it on a medium high level.
Huh?
I do it on a medium high level. So when I say I do it on a medium high level, I could be a lot further, but I don't pour everything into it, and I purposely do that for a few different reasons, which I can get into a little bit, but. I have capabilities of being on another level, and I just, at this stage, it's not the right timing, and everything is based on timing. But when it comes to, I guess you could say, I do get around the celebrities. I do get around, the communities. I do get into the closed doors. I do get behind the scenes, So I guess you could say, I live it, right? But at the end of the day, though, there, like you were saying even earlier, there's another level I could take it to. And I know that completely. I don't even really pursue that to a high level right now. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's the thing is like, realistically, when it comes to that realm, there's certain things that you want to get in place first, and that's business. Because at the end of the day, even if you ended up getting into with some trend or something like that, we'll say some content creation or music.
Hey, can I pause you right there? Ladies and gentlemen, if you're a rapper, a clothing designer, or entrepreneur, when I asked him what his first love was or what his first priority be, because he's a musician too, this is a jack of all trades right here. You understand me? You know, I'm just a comedian. I'm just a host. This is what I do. You know what I'm saying? I ask questions. I want to be a journalist. I'm an unofficial journalist. But he told me that, hey, man, you know, like as far as, you know, like what I would put first on my priority list as far as careers, it would be business. And you hear them spelling it out right now. So I was going to tell you to continue.
For sure.
To tell them that. But.
And that's just because at the end of the day, do you want to sit there for 10, 15, 20 years making music and not profiting off of it?
Fuck no.
You know how discouraging that'd be?
That's like going on Facebook and making a stat hoping this go viral, or, you know, posting something on YouTube saying, I hope people will click this.
And at the end of the day, I've done that stuff where I'm early mornings, late nights, countless hours, thousands of dollars, you know.
But you still sit here like this. Like,
and if I'm not getting anywhere, what the heck am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, when is it going to be? Is it going to be next year? Is it going to be 10 years from now? Is it going to be ever?
Or when God comes? I don't know.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
And so you have to prioritize business. If you're not prioritizing business, what are you doing? You're just doing it for fun? Because at the end of the day, most people are like, I would love to do this for a career. I can't.
I would love to sit here.
I don't have to.
I would love to sit here and talk shit with you and Will for a career. Look, I ain't got to go to work. I ain't got to do nothing. Just get on here every week. And
okay, how about this? Do you like work? And a lot of times people are like, I mean, it's not bad.
The Bible says if you don't work, you don't eat. So I don't argue with God, Jertaker.
But I'm not saying not work. But do you want to work for somebody else and almost be hold up.
Yeah.
Almost like a
slavery.
Slave?
Oh, I'll say it. Slavery. No, we don't want slavery, you know. But listen, I know you'd have been like the guy on the Django. You'd have been.
Yes,
he's single.
But hold a second. But do you like being told when to use the bathroom, when you can eat, when you gotta basically go to sleep so that you can get up for work?
I'm gonna tell you. On my plantation, it's kind of like they give me the Jim Crow effect. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
They're like, yo,
I can give you
the Negro will work if you let the Negro get away with this.
All right, let me give you perspective.
Bettina Sugar?
Yes.
Django isn't a slave. Django is a free man, you understand? You can't treat him like any of the other niggas around here because he ain't like any of the other niggas around here. You got it?
You want I should treat him like white folks?
No. That's not what I said.
Because the prisoner wants to be free.
I'm a
the
prisoner.
Slave
I'm a prisoner.
knows nothing more than what they're in.
No, I'm intelligent as hell.
Listen, and typically, they look at the solution as a rope to lynch them.
Yeah. But that's what a colonizer would tell me, though. I want my reparation, but we won't go into race. That's why we didn't want to go into that road. We didn't want to go that road, but we're comfortable to be here, and I'm comfortable to say this is my Caucasian brother. But I wanted to elaborate, man. Like doing all of this stuff. How do you being single? Could you ever see yourself being in a relationship while doing all this?
That's one of the biggest things I'd want, actually. But the only thing is, most of the time, I can't find somebody that can really be on the same wavelength.
Yo, bro,
because in all honesty, for my age too, it's majority of the girls at my age are not really long-term visionaries, seeing big pictures.
You come with a lot of intelligence, right?
Bringing a lot to the table. I mean, they're typically figuring out how the college thing works, figuring out how the job world works, figuring out how finances work, figuring out how to pay off debts or how to not get it. They're figuring out a lot of stuff. I'm going to be honest with you, I've did a lot of that stuff years ago. So, you know what I'm saying? I started off early. So, being that I did that, though, I also don't necessarily want to date people, that are, way out of my age range either. Mm-hmm. So, I could maybe go after somebody who is experienced all that already, but typically that's somebody way older than me. And it's at the end of the day, though, if I'm thinking about it long term, because I don't think small picture, what's going to happen tomorrow. I'm not. I live in the moment, but I'm not completely to where I'm like, I have to focus on today because I have to focus on my future more. Because you know what I'm saying? I can't live in my past. Mm-hmm. I have to maximize my present, but at the end of the day, I got a future that's coming. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing is, if I'm thinking about, okay, let me go for somebody 10, 20 years older than me, it's and now I'm going to be without a partner at the end of my life. You know what I'm saying? I got to think about that.
I'm gonna tell you now. After this podcast airs, bro, you're gonna have a lot of cougars, mountain lions, and all that on your doorstep, man. Because I think I told you when you first walked through the door, man, you're years ahead of your time, man. Just as far as just speaking, you speak very intellectually. You're very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? And those are your flowers from me to you. And I feel like you don't mind me telling your age.
Oh, yeah.
All right, 22. I feel like I'm big unk. I feel like I'm big unk and you never. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, and I appreciate, people like you. You know what I'm saying? I look past the color of skin. I look past, everything else, and I admire what you're doing because you said you just went to Vegas on a business trip. You do. I want you to go out west in Vegas, man.
See, expanding from east to west is something, of course, I do.
Yeah, it is.
Because,
the west is different.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, like I've in a lot of ways have gotten depth into the east quite a bit. You know, I've gotten my hand in a lot of stuff in the east. I haven't really touched the west so much. So you know what I'm saying? You know, I'm like, and that finally happened. And really, I don't want to invest into stuff that's not necessary.
That's a fact.
And so the thing is, like, everything is all timing related, like I was saying. So, you know, all in good time. You know, there's certain things that will be accomplished inevitably. The only thing is, like, I don't necessarily have to do everything right here, right now. Certain things are coming. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But it was time. You know what I'm saying? I've been pursuing, you know, music now for almost a decade, content creation for like 15 years, wrestling for about 15 years, pro wrestling for about 3 or 4, business now for like 3 or 4. The thing is, like, it was inevitable. You know, it was definitely inevitable that I go west. And now the thing is, like, I like low key, high key do music, like, because like I'm very.
Like, what do you mean high key? You can't high key and low key. It's a soprano and it's a tenor.
Because I'm low key. Like, if you look at my daily basis, what I'm doing, my daily disciplines.
Okay.
You wouldn't think I'm a musician, but I'm high key in music.
See what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Weird though. But I'm going to tell you why that is. Because most people that are in music aren't properly marketing themselves.
When you talk, I feel like I'm DJ Academics listening to Justin Timberlake. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, this guy, hey, man, like, because I told you, my first love is music. I'm not an artist. I'm merely a critic at the top of the pod. I'm an unofficial journalist.
Everybody
Joe Budden is too, by the way. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Joe Budden.
Need you.
You know,
you're an asset.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? I don't look at myself as an asset. Because that's an object. I like to be, I don't know. But
you don't have to look at yourself as an asset. You just continue to do what you love to do and, you know, basically cause ripple effects for the community. You know?
Yeah, you know, I love my community too. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, Jertaker, like, let's elaborate on your wrestling, man. You're a wrestler too, bro. What don't you do? You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't do labor.
I
know how to.
Shut up.
I know how to do labor. I did construction and landscaping at one point, but I did it more just for the experience. To be all honest, I really like to outsource a lot of stuff that I'm not passionate about doing. I mean, in all honesty, my mindset is this: if there's somebody passionate about doing something, let them do it. Why the heck am I doing something?
So if Vince McMahon called you right now and say, "Yo, come on here, you're gonna be the next, I don't know, Randy Orton or what's that other fool name? I forget his name. Roman Reigns. Would you do it?"
I'd probably say yes. The only thing is,
Jertaker, you just.
But it's kind of a hard thing though, because right now I'm really set on what I'm doing right now, and like my mind is tunnel vision right now on what I'm doing. So the thing is, like, that would really take me off course. But
if Vince called you right now, if Vince said right now, sitting on the Cheat Shift,
but that's the thing. I'm like, that's an opportunity though, where it's like I don't really want to turn it down.
Do I can see you right now, bro.
I know I could get it back again.
You capping because the WWE called you right now. I'm looking at you right now. Yo, you're all about business.
Well, let me tell you why. Pro wrestling, pro wrestling, nah. Right. But like pro wrestling is not exactly my main scope of vision. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's fine, and I do partake in pro wrestling, but like, I'm not super passionate about pro wrestling. The only reason being is that there's a lot of scripts and there's a lot of things that are exaggerated and things like that. And I'm when I tell you, I'm very real, very real.
You're very real. You're very authentic.
And so it's hard for me to act. And that's why I play myself very well. I get kind of up
when it comes to business. When it comes to business, you put bass in your voice. You hold your nuts like
I hold myself together. I got confidence. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, you know. But at the same time too, some of my weaknesses are sometimes I can be a little bit rough around the edges. I can be a little bit. I can step on people's toes and stuff like that. Sometimes I can be a little impatient. But the thing is. But when it comes to a popular saying, "ween," I'm actually very like outgoing. Well, see, this is the thing though. That's my secondary trait because I normally was very quiet, but entertainment brought me out of my shell, and ever since I've maximized popular saying "ween" to a whole nother level. But the thing is, when it comes to those two things though, that keeps me progressing. So I'm very
That's a cheat code for the Cheatshiftpodcast,
Exactly.
by the way. That's a cheat code.
And the other thing is that everybody that's suffering with mental health issues, when I tell you your mental health issue is actually one of your biggest strengths, I can tell you that right now. If you got ADHD, if you got bipolar, if you got anxiety, those are actually your biggest strengths. Because let me tell you, when you got OCD or you got bipolar, you got anxiety, you got depression, typically when you're in a depressive state, right? Typically you're feeling certain ways, and those emotions can spark something that you don't even understand. And when I tell you, that could really push you to the whole next level. That's thing when it comes to
that's physics and science.
When it comes to OCD, same thing. That could get you to be able to have enough detail orientedness in you to be able to progress yourself to the next level. Same thing when it comes to bipolar. If you use your mania and bipolar to help you be motivated, to push you to the next level, to take it there, the next step.
I get where you're going. Your weaknesses are your biggest strengths.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, say, for instance, you may have the story, you may not. Like, I remember as a child, if you had somebody that was trying to fight you off the school bus, and your mama lock you out the door and say, you're going to fight him today. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to get with him today. You're not coming in this house. You're not getting into the house until, no matter, until you go handle your business. If it get too crazy, I'm going to run out because I'm watching in the window, but, and at the end of the day, my mom, back in the day with our parents, like, they would look out the window and make sure that we didn't hurt each other or cause each other harm, because as parents, they, my parents and, back in that generation.
I'm pretty competitive. They're getting hurt.
No, but I mean, that's, listen, no, well, see, you're 22. I'm 35. You know what I'm saying? Our parents used to watch us and be like, okay, once it get too crazy, break it up. And they would go talk to the other parents. It would be peace. And they would be like, yo, now you guys are going to be friends. And they would be like, you get up and you hug. Now, in the generation that you got, that you're 22, but you're very smart, so don't feel like I'm talking down to you. I'm talking with you. So it's like now, like if a child gets beat up or a child gets, hurt or something like that, the parents are ready to go and Oh yeah, they gonna take it there. And it's like, instead of sitting like parents, instead of trying to resolve the situation, they're gonna try to handle the situation instead of coming to a solution. And it's like the parents will get out there and fight with each other as if they're children. That's why we have children raising children now, So that's and that's why when you were saying, like, you take your weaknesses and put it in, because I always tell this podcast all the time, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 9-to-5 worker. I stay on the east side of Buffalo. I have a lot of gang affiliated friends. No, I don't. I have a lot of I'm lying. I have a lot of it's a militia. I have a lot of militia, orientated, I have a lot of very diverse friends, but in my lane, it's more or less like, I go to work, I come home, I take care of my dog. You don't strike me as a punk. You stand about 6 foot, you can be intimidating too. You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like.
So that's my proof.
Okay, all right, but you stand about 5'11", 6 foot. Come on, Jertaker. Hey, don't do this on the camera. Yo, you know what I'm saying? But
I just know how it go when you start talking 6 foot, this and that, exactly 6 foot, you're going to have the whole internet saying, wait a minute, this guy.
But no, like when you were talking about, like, hey man, like, like if you have anxiety, if you have whatever issue you have to learn how to maximize it and use it as a strength.
Yeah, because most people use it as weaknesses, and then it typically cripples them.
And one of my weaknesses, since you shared your weaknesses, you're gonna share your weakness before I share my weakness. It's just, isn't that?
I wasn't specific, but yeah,
that's childish. But
for sure,
one of my weaknesses is complacency. Okay. With me growing up with not having much, even something feels like everything to me, and I have to change that. I have to change that complex about myself. You know what I'm saying? And even being, on this podcast and being consistent. Consistency has always been an issue with me. But the one
another book to suggest you now.
Yeah, see what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's just the honesty of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a very honest and down to earth person. Okay. And if you come and ask me and say, yo, Mario, did you lose that fight yesterday? I'm going to tell you the truth. I'm like, man, shit. I'm going to either send you to somebody else or I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you I didn't lose the fight if I did lose the fight. But I'm, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm a very, I try to be as transparent as I can be. I don't like to get on camera. And that's another thing why I don't like the internet. Because people get on the internet like we were just discussing in another room. Like, let's say you got a Cuban link, right? And you went and put that on layaway. It took you like 3-4 years to get that, shit off. And then Bow Wow taught us that a couple years ago. Man, just take your picture by a jet and say it's yours. It could be, you know, you can manipulate the situation to make it seem like you got more money than we got. Now, what we were talking about certain rappers that do this. It's rappers in the town. People, and I've watched kids take pictures in front of cars that ain't theirs.
Yeah.
Just for an image. And I done seen that motherfucker get 200 likes. And again, I'm gonna double it down because I don't want to listen. Jertaker.
I want to add one thing real quick.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The funny part is a lot of the people are like, yeah, it's mine. And you know what? I actually take ownership in saying like, now I rented that because I ain't paying insurance on that.
Come on, I'm gonna rent it. I'm gonna pay it until I make it. I get it.
I'm gonna somebody else's car that they're paying insurance on.
Right.
I'll utilize it for what I need to utilize it for, and you can keep paying the insurance while I'll take the profits.
Exactly.
And I'm passionate about that. You know, let me actually utilize it. It's an ownership thing. You know, what is ownership?
But another thing I wanted to touch on with you, like, you know, when we're talking about the internet, it's like, it's all about perception. It's all about what you can make the person think. Because what we were
That's
talking
a business
about,
thing.
you said, it is. Yeah. But it's like, how do you feel, about, because I find on the internet, it makes it like, no disrespect to Tina. Tina is like Parks. I always call her Parks. You got to watch the Joe Budden podcast to know who Parks is. But Parks is from upstate New York, too, by the way. Shout out to Parks. But, like, as far as, like, with genders, like, what men can do and what women can do. Because on Facebook, this is why I don't like the internet too much. On Facebook, now I guess they have, like, this group or this, like, is this man, are we talking to the same guy, right? And now I seen one brother or, one man, post, if men did that to women, it would be crazy. And I feel like I come up in the error. You correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we leave the talking and the gossiping up to the women. The money making is always on the man. Like, you see what I'm saying? Well, I'll tell you what I'm saying. Like, do you agree with that? Like I feel like on the internet, men compete with women. I feel like it's more or less like it's like Zestomania to me. It's kind of like you don't agree?
In all honesty, I have a lot to say to that. I mean, I feel like.
Do you think a man could do like, say for instance, if Tina wants to sit here and argue with you, are you going to sit here and argue with Tina? Will out of the way. Will's not going to do anything. Will's out of the way. But if Tina sits here and raises her voice, and I know what you're going to say because but if Tina was going to raise her voice at you, right? Would you sit here and argue with Tina?
I have no reason to argue. I mean,
exactly. You will walk out. You will walk out, right?
Honestly, I got better things to do than sitting here arguing.
That's what I'm saying, Jertaker. That's what I'm saying.
Let me give you a whole different kind of perspective.
All right, go ahead.
Most of the time, people are focusing on such the wrong things. I mean, like, I sit there and focus and dwell on the problem. I'm like, at the end of the day, if you're sitting there and focusing and dwelling on the problem, your problem gets bigger. If you sit there and focus on the solution, your solution solves your problem.
Damn. No, that's a fact. I mean, it does.
Sit there and dwell on a problem. And you want to know what happens is, like, if you fan the flames, your flames get bigger.
Are you really trying to put the fire out?
Focus on a solution. You don't got any flames to fan the flames with. So you don't got anything.
But people, when we talk about the solution, some people allow their egos to overshadow the solution.
That's why they should not be determining what the solution is. Maybe they should get perspective from somebody who already has experience in accomplishing, overcoming said issue.
I agree with that.
God damn, but we're digressing. We're going deep into it, but we're digressing off. Let's keep it simple. We got to simplify stuff for the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z said, I had to simplify my raps for these niggas to understand, or for people to understand it.
Let them study it, though.
Listen. Why do I gotta be low so you can be high?
You know what I'm saying? Why? You know what I'm saying?
Why do I gotta be low in life so I can teach you how to be high?
But do you agree with that, man? Like, I watch men. You know what I'm saying? Now, as guys, we have, or you see the man purses. It's just like that's why I don't focus on the internet no more, because the internet is a chase of relevance. Like, or people, like you said, with intent. Like, what's your intent? Are you just? And I think the biggest thing would kind of like push me away is when now you can monetize. Now people are saying, I'm just talking, or I'm tagging you to tell lies just to monetize off of it. I think it watered down the internet to a certain extent.
People also too don't understand monetization, because the thing is this, though, like, just because a platform monetizes you doesn't mean you're going to be profitable. The other thing is this too, like, just because a platform doesn't monetize you doesn't mean you can't be profitable. And a lot of people are sitting there like, I've got to accomplish this much fame on said platform so that I can get monetized. You could be getting monetized up until you get monetized. You know what I'm saying? But they're not maximizing that, so they're thinking, I just don't get paid until I get paid.
Punch me in the face.
And they're wasting resources and opportunities. And
you dropping, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could be anything. 20 people gonna pay your bills for, you know what I'm saying? It's, you know, like,
people don't maximize their resources. I'm gonna be honest with you, like, it's a lot easier than people expect in most arenas, just because so many times people are thinking, see, this is it's very you don't see big enough, or you see too big to where you don't maximize what you already kind of have in your grasp. And so, like, you kind of have to have a good medium, you know, because like if you're sitting on opportunities and you're thinking like, it's not big enough. Well, now you're not maximizing the things that you have in your grasp. But at the end of the day, too, though, you know, you also have to see relatively pretty big in order to get pretty big results. You can't really be on the fence. You got to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying? And if you are struggling with the big picture, well, then all you got to focus on is the belief, the big dream, the big this and this, and really deep dive into how to get that. But then if you're on the other side of the fence, you know, and you're really struggling with maximizing what you currently have and maximizing your resources and what you already have and being grateful for what you already got, you know what I'm saying? You kind of have to be on one or the other, because if you're in the middle, you're stuck between two totally different issues. Totally different issues. Because if you are very resourceful, you can maximize your whole life and truly, like, I could say $20,000 a year. Most people would be considered in the poverty bracket, right?
Absolutely.
There's some people making $20,000 that are very, very wealthy.
what the fuck?
You know, but there's other people making over $1 million and are broke as hell.
See, that's the thing. You know, like, when you go to Thailand, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, credit doesn't exist. I mean, like, you can make it. No, I'm actually going to piggyback off of what he said, because I hate that reality, but he's right. You can make $20,000 if your credit, you know, but you have to come with credit to you. There's no way, yo, bro. No. I have to disagree with you, because there's no way, yo. You show me $20,000. Like, where do you stay? Do you stay in a? Do you rent a room?
Yeah, motherfuckers make me a business, and y'all tell me the concept.
$20,000 to live a year?
Tell me what
a year?
What your overhead is.
Yo, I need to know what y'all smoking, man. Y'all want to put the line on the table, man? I need some of that.
So as far as like if I want to start a business, do you understand, as an entrepreneur, do you understand how much risk you take in being an entrepreneur? Like,
no, I mean, no less than what I risk is being a nigga in America. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, you cannot.
I love what I'm going to say in a second.
All right, go ahead. Talk your shit.
No, talk your shit.
Talk your shit.
Everything you going to say, it's everything that I
he going to agree with.
Have you ever walked somewhere?
No, go
yes, I have. I walked around. Yes, I have.
How much does it cost you?
Free. But I'm not walking
It's family matters.
Have you ever been?
It's family matters.
Have you ever been blessed with an amazing network that just loves what you bring to the table and feeds you?
That's called being you're a player.
Hold on a second. So if you don't have to pay for transportation, and you don't have to pay for food, and you can get everything that's considered essential covered, $20,000 a year is starting to look like you're balling.
You a pimp.
Starting to look like you're balling.
You're a pimp.
But look at the end of the day, though. At the end of the day, if you're bringing something to the table, and actually value set individuals that are providing some things for you,
you're a great salesman. That's a fact. Yeah. Like
you can live off of $20,000 a year.
I need your game. You need to write on.
Okay. Y'all niggas right now. Y'all niggas need to.
But you're thinking in a perspective that's very, accustomed to you. Because if you
absolutely
have to pay for specific car insurance, gas, this and that, rent, house payments, mortgages, this, that, bills,
So what you're saying is, if you got somebody, so you just told the podcast you were single, so somebody taking care of that for you.
But no,
I'm gonna get
listen, I'm saying you can be as resourceful as you'd like.
No, don't listen. Don't run away from that question, Jertaker. Don't run away from that question. You made a bold statement. Stand on it.
I did.
And it's okay. This is a safe place.
I did.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said, so somebody is taking care of that for you.
Not.
I mean, you got them shades on. I'm trying to look for. I want to see. Okay.
Not everything.
No, you didn't take a shit off. You didn't take a shit off.
But listen, the thing is this. Yes, I come up with ways in which I don't have to spend a lot of money and get the absolute most value I possibly can for everything in which, because this is at the end of the day, I could go out and buy a bunch of stuff and look nice and fancy and this and that.
You got gang with you. You got gang with you.
And like I'm balling, right?
Yeah, there you go. That's what I like.
At the end of the day, though, I'm trying to get to specific goals. I'm trying to accomplish specific things. I'm trying to be able to reach specific things, right? And so now, if I'm going to spend money foolishly and just, I guess, have
I'm not spending money foolishly paying
comfort. This is the thing. A lot of people don't understand that you can live very uncomfortably.
But I work a 9 to 5, like you said. Yeah. Like either you're a prisoner or you're a slave.
So do I.
I said I'm a prisoner.
6 months probably.
So right, okay, but cool.
Hold on. Get your points across.
Oh, now he's the judge. Now he's
the official. Y'all both make it good.
All right, now, but like I told you, I'm a prisoner. I have no problem with saying I'm a prisoner to the American society, which is like Trump. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like
I gotta bring some information to say I still work full time, plus have a business, plus multiple different endeavors.
Thank you. He's not Superman, y'all. You know what I'm saying? I thought he was Superman for a minute. I thought I was looking at myself crazy.
I'm in a similar category as you, right?
Right. No, go ahead.
Now, this month, debt free. This month, 22 years old, debt free. About $50K in debt over the past 2 years.
You ain't got no kids, do you? No. Ladies, y'all hear this, man? Yo, man, y'all better go get on the money. Y'all better go get on here, man.
Men, listen, there's one thing. Men have the absolute most value the longer they wait in having kids and the most money that they make and the absolute most women they're able to get. It's weird, but this is what it is. Right. Now, women have value when they typically don't have kids, can actually provide for themselves, but also don't bring too much baggage to the table. Right? But now, at the end of the day, I just haven't found somebody yet in which I could have kids with. I don't know what age I'm at.
Hold on. I'm 35 with no kids, man. No child support.
I'm not in a rush, but also men have a little bit longer.
So can we just say they're like everybody on this podcast, the single eligible bachelor.
And we're also both employers. I guess employees. Or I guess say for employers.
So we want to.
But now this is the thing. If you are not able to scale your income,
right.
The amount of limits that are on you, with the dollar value going down, with inflation going up, and with how the economy is, and no politician is saving you. I don't care what anybody tells me. You ain't winning that battle with me. I got too much facts to hit on you. But at the end of the day, ain't no politician saving you. So you have to save yourself and your family. You have to save yourself and your family. And if you don't, you're going to end up suffering the consequences. And guess what? Let time tell, because it will.
It will.
You're going to suffer those consequences.
I'm not. Listen, we already.
You're going to.
I'm still waiting for reparations, but that's not we're going to talk about that. But no, no. That has nothing to do with you. Because it's just like, yo. Say for instance, I can't be mad at my forefathers for what they did. Neither can you. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, you're cool. I'm cool. You're invited to my picnic. You know what I'm saying? You're my Caucasian brother is what I introduced you as on the podcast, bro. I don't see no color. All I see is genuine, intent. But what I say, is when we get to discussing about, politics, I'm like, you're right. Politics, but Congress and all government officials, that shit it doesn't make a difference right now. But when we do have kids, because I feel like you're only 22, bro. I guarantee you, bro. Like, I made it to 35, and if you make it to 35 without kids, God bless you. But with your intelligence, bro, you're gonna shoot out about 3 or 4. Hold on, y'all let me talk. Y'all let me breathe. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna at least have 2 or 3 kids, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a female that's gonna latch on you, like, yo, this Caucasian brother is smart. You know what I'm saying? No. I mean, you can test me, but but when it comes to politics, when we vote on people, it affects like the generations down the line. So for you to say like, yo, man, like it doesn't. Yes, it is important. You know what I'm saying? Like it's very important. But go ahead, school me. You know what I'm saying? I didn't listen. I dropped out of college, so continue. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's broke mentality and there's wealth mentality. Broke mentality typically thinks somebody else is going to help solve my problems. At the end of the day, if you don't solve your problems, nobody's coming to save you. I'm just letting you know.
But it's easier. It's easier for the Caucasian to say that.
You're right.
But you're my brother, so we're having this conversation.
Right. No, you're actually right.
It's easy.
At the end of the day, you're gonna go through things I'll never experience.
Yo, Jared, so one thing I want to tell you, I'm getting schooled just late in life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like financial literacy, in the urban community on the east side of Buffalo, because that's where I'm talking from. We don't know. It's certain things. Financial literacy isn't taught. My mom was buried being financially illiterate. she had know nothing about credit. She had know nothing about. So I didn't. So hold on. Give me like 2 seconds.
Okay.
As far as I kind of learned everything as I went in my life. You know what I'm saying?
I guess we all do. But.
No, not we all do, because that's like saying trying to compare slavery to the Holocaust. You can't do it. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
How old are you?
I'm 35, man. But I don't make no excuses for myself neither, though. You know what I'm saying? And so when you say, "Hey, man, nobody's coming to save you, nobody's coming to do this," you're right. But that kind of only applies. You know what I'm saying? To because all you got. Listen, bro. Whether we want to admit it or not, this is still a racist world, prejudiced world too. You know what I'm saying? And bro, at the end of the day, you have things like, say, for instance, if we go into business together, I'm going to send you in to talk to the people, not me. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, bro, go ahead and say this. Now, you know what I'm saying? That don't mean that I'm not out here, putting my work in neither. But when we're on the screen, bro, like they talking behind it. You know what I'm saying?
See, listen, at the end of the day, it comes down to one issue.
All right, what's the issue?
Typical lack of finances.
Bingo.
Because you want to know why? If the finance thing was solved, almost all your other problems get solved. You want to know why? And a lot of people say, "Oh, well, finances don't fix your happiness."
Yeah, they try to use that Bible
That's
scripture.
fantastic. So let me tell you something. Listen, if you had a couple $1 million just chilling around, that's fluff money.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, almost every one of your issues just got solved. Because typically, what are you doing? You get up early in the morning to go to some job you don't want to work, to go sit in traffic, to get to that job, to do something that you don't necessarily want to be at, to work with people you necessarily don't want to work with, to go spend all your time doing something you typically don't want to do,
Give them
to have
a
limited time when you come home to spend with your friends and family. And then at the end of the day, well, if you had all that money, would you be showing up to work? And a lot of people will say, well, I don't work for money. I actually am passionate about what I'm doing. So if they stop paying you to show up.
Very smart.
No, you probably wouldn't.
Yeah, no.
So that's the thing. So you are working for money. So I don't want to hear.
And
That's
why we say, when you ask the question, I love that question. I would love the pod to be titled this: "Are you a slave or a prisoner?"
Yeah,
let's go.
Because it's like,
let's go.
Because the difference between a prisoner is going to do what he got to do to survive.
And get
out and be free. But a slave is just going to stay there. He's going to do whatever.
They don't know nothing
it's
different.
A difference.
They think people are out to get them.
But see, that's the thing, though. You know what I'm saying? Because I come from both sides of the cloth. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I appreciate. You're very humble. You're very down to earth. You're very easy to talk to. You're very respectful. You're very charismatic. Yo, bro, this is a friendship, man. You know what I'm saying? This is like 50 Cent and Eminem. You know what I'm saying? Like, ain't nobody gonna say nothing, do nothing to you. You are always invited to the picnic. You heard me? And I know we damn near reaching our how much time we got left to. You know what I'm saying? 5 minutes, but we gonna cut it short though. You know what I'm saying? But my last question for you, Jertaker, I want everybody, because everybody's saying, why is his name Jertaker, man? What gave you I asked you before, I know what you're gonna say, but I just want you to say it for the people. What made you come up with the name Jertaker?
Yeah, so I specifically didn't actually come up with it, but people that I'm closely associated with and stuff like that came up with it because I've been a wrestler for about 15 years back at freestyle. Eventually got into pro wrestling.
ECW.
But pretty much, I'm not the biggest guy, but I'm not the smallest guy. But I'd always go for the takedowns, the slams, and stuff like that. So I was always taking people down. Being too that I'm also relatively light and stuff like that too. I'm not super heavyweight or anything like that. I'm a middle, I guess you could say. But the crazy thing is, I'm very stable with my feet, and I'm also really good at taking people down. And so when I did that, my real name is Jeremy. I go by Jertaker now, but that's because I've been so busy taking people down. know, when it comes to wrestling, and so many people are like, man, this dude be going for the signs, he's taking people down, you know, Jertaker, you know. Okay, so that's kind of
that's kind of where his name comes from, and it's very unique. It's very original. You ain't copycat, because I told him when I first saw him, when you told me you're wrestling, I was like, he probably got it from Undertaker. It's corny, whatever, watered down. That's actually pretty cool how you came up with your name, by the way. But man, this is the Cheat Shift Podcast. I told you this shit bigger than Nino Brown. Cheat Shift Podcast. You seen on the joint. We got Jertaker on the bill. Will Quinn let me sit in the chair today. You know what I'm saying? I'm running shit today. I'm pushing the button. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy ESB Dawson. What's your Instagram, IG handle for the people, Twitter, whatever.
You look up Jertaker on anything. Again,
shit,
it's very
just
easy
go
to
right
find.
to it.
Capital Jertaker. Again, if you cannot spell Jertaker, you don't know how to spell. We got to get back to kindergarten.
There you go.
Offended y'all. At the end of the day, listen. I'm all about, you know, personal growth and development. So grow and develop yourself. Get yourself to where you want to be. If you're comfortable with not being able to spell, it's unfortunate for you. It's going to be a tough road for you. But at the end of the day,
this guy comes with shots with a silencer with it. You know,
at the end of the day, learn how to spell.
Wait, are you saying that? No, the guy in New York City.
He didn't know about it.
He's self-made, but a product of the system. From AC City Productions. Savage. Coming to do some damage.
Talk your shit.
Gonna slay it.
But hey, this is the Cheat Shift. This is the Cheat Shift Podcast. Again, shout out to Big T behind the joint. I call her Parts. You know what I'm saying? Joe Bud and them. You know what I'm saying? She makes it all happen. She edits. She does all that. She cuts the clips. So if you see we share it, she did it. She don't want her face on the screen, but her face, I'm going to damn near describe. He going to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Turn the camera to her. Turn the camera to her. Not turn the camera. You know what I'm saying? That's Big T. She makes it happen every week, man. Shit, Will Quinn, man, the biggest, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, man, I appreciate Jertaker for coming and kicking it, talking shit. Yo, y'all make sure y'all get with us with this excess energy drink. He said $5 a can or $3.25. I forget. I'm just making up my own prices. I'll take $5 a can. But man, peace, love, man. Cheat Shift Podcast, man. It's all up. It's all going in.
Doing my thing with a spotted 4 main with them dimes and cane, and I'm still thugging it, bitch. You want it with us? Bleak, Maze, and Moose. Who fucking with